So he's like, and then he's like, you want to see a cool trick? And he takes out an apple, and then he like throws the apple up into the air, and he like holds an arrow, and as that's happening, Gamilla just starts shouting, "Oi, gnome! Don't do that in here!" And he's like, "What?"
Oh no!
And Jester's like, what? And he fires, and he lets go a little bit too early, and the arrow ricochets off the top, and then hits the apple anyway, and then it gets pinned to the wall. He goes, "It was all part of my plan." And then he does extends his hands out. He goes, "Jazz hand." He doesn't actually say
Oh my god!
I just want to say it in the voice.
It.
He goes, "Nice to meet you. I'm Chester."
Oh man.
He goes, "Are you happy yet?" And he's looking at Momo while he's saying that.
The sheer fact that she's just gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm happy. Can you talk to Ellie now?"
Stella is sitting there and like snickering. Stella just turns to Momo and goes, "Don't you understand? He was doing this to cheer up Ellie. It's all a part of the act." Ellie's hair goes from purple to purple back to blonde, and she's like actually laughing.
Good.
Like a normal laugh, not like cackling.
Right.
Ellie's
And
like, "Wow."
Momo hearing that is gonna turn to Ellie and just be like, "Oh, okay. She gets it now. She gets it now."
Jester walks up and Jester's short, but like you know when like I don't know how you would do this as a gnome, so I'm gonna have to describe it as like a normal person. You know when you like have to get down to talk to someone when you're trying to be sincere, so like you get down on like a knee and like you like take their hand and whatever. He's gonna do whatever the gnomish equivalent is of that, because I can't for God know how to do it with someone that's like a 5'8" elf, half elf, and like a gnome.
Right. Well, she's sitting at the chair too.
That's like
still,
the
right?
energy. Yeah, but like think about how tall that still is for a gnome, right?
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
So Jester goes, "Look, Ellie, we've known each other a long time. Of course I know how to cheer you up."
Okay, and
Jorah is just like smiling and laughing, and Ellie just like has like a big smile on her face, and she just kind of like and like nods her head and goes, "Of course you do. Jester, you know me better than anybody else except for maybe Jorah and Vic." In that moment, Jester jumps up and like to try to reach and like ruffles her hair and then falls flat onto the ground on his butt. Ow! Well, is that all you needed from me, kid? He turns to Albrecht.
I mean, we didn't really get any reactions out of Ellie from this.
He goes, "Of course you did. Look at her hair. Look at her in general. She looks completely different than when I came down before."
That's because she's possessed by. That's because she is possessed by the Fae.
No, he points. He goes, "Look, her hair's back to normal."
Oh, it is. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice.
No worries.
I noticed.
You were probably just looking at a cute face, like all the other guys do.
Oh no, definitely
He
not.
strolls off after making that comment. He does the. I don't know if you guys know like the smug kick your feet out forward.
Yeah.
Like the
As
exaggerated.
Jester walks away, I don't know. Momo, do you? What's your passive insight? I'm just curious.
Fine. Let me see. What is it? What is it? Ooh, where is that even at?
Passive perception.
Passive perception. Is that one of the thingies down here?
It's 8 plus your wisdom modifier, and then if you're proficient with perception.
Ooh.
Should be on there, right?
So for you, you have a 18 wisdom. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
would
it's
notice.
8 plus 4 is 12.
You would,
but
you
you are not proficient with perception, so you don't get
yeah,
the
you would notice that
bonus.
like while Albrecht's saying no, it's not like that kind of thing. He's gonna like blush.
Like the flustered, like
Oh.
blushed, flustered type deal.
Yeah.
Oh, love me,
but
feed
you
me,
do-
never
but you
leave me.
detect
Thank you
these-
for the follow.
But you
I
detect
appreciate it.
you detect he's being sincere.
Oh.
So it's not like that, you know.
For sure.
Oh, you know, we should probably. All right, I'm gonna go check and see how Addilyn's doing.
Okay,
Momoe's gonna
as-
nod.
As that happens, Jester just goes, "All right, kid, you're in good hands. Come get me if you ever need me, or if you want a good laugh."
Will do, Jester. Thanks for your help.
He does like you know how he's doing like the kick forward, right?
Yeah.
His hands, I don't know if you guys know what type of it's like very much like the anime like smug walk, where your hands are like behind your head, like interlocked,
Yeah.
and he's like kicking forward. That's the way that
Yeah.
he does it to go up the stairs.
Oh my goodness,
All right.
sir.
Guys, sometimes I make banger NPCs. Okay, Jester's probably my top 10.
Sometimes
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know.
every NPC has been a banger.
Well, okay. Well, speaking of banger NPCs, as that happens, you hear like a rooster type crow, right?
Oh no.
And out comes everybody's favorite, Krark.
Heck yeah. Welcome
Krark,
back,
Krark runs up and says, "Ooh, fixing windows. Need food? Need food?"
Addilyn just shakes her head.
He goes, "But soup, but soup."
I'm good, thank you.
Krark nods
Yeah,
and
we're
goes,
good.
I see. No need soup. That's okay. Me get you bread." Krark goes back into the kitchen. And then back to Addilyn and Gamilla, who I think you guys are more further away from this window. You're probably on like the last window that's broken, which would probably be this one right here. Understand all during this time, like the window, like the defenses have gone up and down each time. You know, all good stuff. All good stuff. So, Gamilla turns and basically says to Addilyn, "You know, you're such a sweetheart for fixing the windows. Is there anything I can get you? I have some good stuff. I have some interesting materials, other stuff of the sort. What can I get you to help you out?"
I don't know. Just I collect little trinkets and bits and pieces of things because you never know when they'll come in useful.
She nods, and she goes, "All right, maybe I have something that I can help you with, or that I can get you." Oops, that's the wrong button. You didn't see that. She kind of like walks behind the counter, and she like digs through a box, and she goes, "You know, for a junior adventurer like you, this might be a little bit too small, but let me give it to you anyway." And she walks back over, and she hands you like a small box, and inside you open it up, and it seems to, and she does like that thing, you know, when people propose and they open the ring, like she does that, and inside looks like to be a shard, like a darkish greenish shard. She goes, "Honey, you don't want to tamper with this too much, but there's some demonic energy in there." And she like slams the cover shut. She goes, "This will be very expensive, but you have a very good heart, so I want you to have it. I think I could trust you."
Half tempted for Addilyn to just take the shard out and put it on the counter and take the box.
If you know what? I don't like this phrase as much, but honestly, it's very much in your character and not very chaotic stupid at all to do something like that. So feel free.
I'm debating if it would be like her, because I mean, it's.
If you need like 2 seconds to think about it, feel free.
No, she'll take the whole thing.
Okay.
Be like,
Okay.
Thank you. The box will actually come in very handy for collecting resources.
She like Camilla kind of like puts her hand on her cheek, you know, like kind of like slaps it like this. I don't know. Can you hear that? Does it not come through because of the microphone?
It doesn't come through.
Okay, like that. Can you hear that?
No.
No.
Well, whatever. I was trying to do it for comedic value. I guess I can't do comedic value unless I make really shitty ranger jokes. Okay. So what'll happen is that she'll like slap her hand up to her face, you know, like the soft slap, right?
Yes.
And be like, oh child, artificers, and she like walks away. Then she goes, I guess it's time to get breakfast for these folks, aren't they? Isn't it? And she like basically goes, y'all have your key. You can go to bed whenever you want. I don't know why I gave her like a weird like southern mama accent, but that's what we're going with for the time being.
Having done, she puts the box in one of her pouches and heads over to the group to make sure Momo is okay with
Right on.
being around people. Like, I'm gonna head up and check on Niahm and Shaz and catch a little bit of sleep.
Alrighty. Guys, feel free to RP as you need here. If not, we will have Addilyn go upstairs and go to sleep.
Okay. I think I'm gonna follow suit. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, I'll say, Momo, we'll be upstairs if you want to. I've got the key. You know, we've got the key. I've got the key to the room if you want to get some sleep.
You think I need a key?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need a key.
Okay.
Momo's going to say goodbye to them and say that she'll be up in a little bit.
Alrighty. Let's. I'll give you like a couple more minutes, Omega, to relax and enjoy just chilling for a sec before we
you.
go into your last little bit. So we're gonna activate top floor. Give me 1 sec. I gotta. So you have. Let's see. Who do we have here? I need to drag Addilyn and Albrecht here. Okay. You guys come upstairs and you see Jester kind of hanging up against the wall. And he goes, "Hey, you kids, how you feeling?"
Tired.
"Yeah, my jokes do take a lot out of you, especially because of all the laughing you're doing." And he slaps his leg and goes, "Ah, ha, ha, ha."
Hey, Jester, you have a room here, don't you?
He nods. "Yeah, I got
Okay.
this one over here." And he points to hold on, let me get out the marker. He points to this door right here. He goes, "I'm right over here."
All right. Well, if you should anything happen and you need some backup, we're right across the hall. We're right over here. Right.
Goes-
Well, you knew that already.
He nods. He goes, "Thank you,
Come
kid.
get me.
And if you ever need a good laugh, you know where to find me."
Sure do, Jester. Sure do. Alright, so Albrecht walks in.
As you guys walk in, Jester goes.
Opens the door of the room.
Jester turns to you guys and goes, "Oh, and kids, whatever you do, try to avoid the woods, okay? This is one ranger to you kids, okay? It's not as funny as I am."
I'll tell you what. If we're gonna go into the woods, maybe you can be our guide.
He nods. He goes, "I'd just avoid it if I were you."
No, we may have to go in there at some point, but I appreciate your concern.
He nods, and he goes back to picking his fingernails with his dagger.
Okay. It's like, oh, and I was like, You sure you don't want some water for those hands? Like they're very. It's like they can't be good for your health.
He kind of just shrugs. He goes, "Look, a ranger's gotta do what a ranger's gotta do, okay?"
Fair enough.
Addilyn's gonna push past. Like, says came from the person who used a warhammer to heal their wounds.
He calls back. He goes, "Wait, I got a good one. I got a good one before you go. Before you go, here's a better response
closes
to that."
the door.
I close the door.
He shouts from far away. Hold on. I gotta move my microphone. He goes. My jokes aren't even that dirty.
Okay.
By the way, IRL, my wife shut the door and shook her head.
And he said behind the door, "Good night, It's like, "Good night, Jester."
He goes, "Good night, good night."
All right. I say to Addilyn, Addilyn, you may wonder why this window is open over here and where Shazafraz is. Well, the answer to that is he's on the roof and he wanted a pillow.
Yeah, I gotta put squiggles here because there's no more pillows here.
Where's Niahm?
Where's Niahm? She's what? Oh, yeah, she's supposed to be here.
I thought she would be up. I thought she was up here.
I thought so. Yeah, I thought so too. I haven't seen her. I've been up here. The second time I've been up here, I haven't seen her. Maybe she's out foraging for potatoes or something.
Right, I'm gonna nap. If she's not back by nightfall, we're going to go look for her.
Cool. I'll be up for a little while. I'll just wait till Momoe gets here.
Alrighty. Furious, I'm guessing you're still asleep, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm gonna move back to the first floor, and we're gonna go back to Momoe.
Yeah. Hello,
who's
hi.
currently hanging out.
No, I'm down here now.
Feeling a little
Oh yeah,
bit
sorry.
better.
If I click, real talk. If I click activate, it'll bring everybody down. So.
Oh, okay.
If you still have a token down here, no, you guys are your stuff's all deactivated, so you're just
It'll be
hanging out.
fine.
We're just hanging out with Momo.
Nice.
As you guys are to like break the tension, Clark comes down and is like holding like a tray of like teas and coffees and goes, "Whoa, good drink. You want drink?" And he hands like what looks like to be like a tea over to Momo.
Yes, absolutely. She is going to take that and say thank you.
He goes, "Good tea."
Or just repeating back, good tea.
He goes up to Stella, and Stella like almost like picking out like the one in the back, picks one in like a slightly different colored cup, and she goes, "Ah, yes, I'm excited to drink some of this coffee. You know, that I really need to like peck her, like I pick her upper." And Clark goes, "Good, pick you up. And he kind of like is shaking his head back and forth, pick you up. As he like walks around, and without saying anything else to the others, just drops 2 teas in front of them.
He knows
Almost
their
like-
order.
Mm-hmm. Clark goes, good drink. And then walks away, and kind of. And Stella turns to Momo and goes, "Clark's such a sweetheart. This is why I always keep coming back here, and why I recommend new people here."
She's going to be mid-sip of her tea and nod, and then once she's finished, she'll say, "He is very sweet."
Allie just is like, smiles and goes, I just don't know what's happening. Sometimes I just hear so many voices in my head, and all of them want to speak. All of them want to say something. All of them want to be at the top. And Jorah's kind of like, I get it, I understand. And he like takes her hand and is like, look, we'll get through this together. We just need to find out where Vic went. You okay there,
The
Mama?
decision in her absolute need to just, oh, she's so curious.
Yeah.
She's going to sit her teacup down, and look, as and she, you can just tell that she wants to say something. So she's going to softly, just take a breath and ask. I hear a lot about Vic. If you don't mind me asking, you keep mentioning him. But
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no, you're fine. Go for it.
Uh,
She'd probably just ask for them to explain.
Stella's kind of looking down, and Ellie looks away, and Jorah looks up and says, "Well, Vic was our lead before I was the lead. Vic is a part of the senior adventurer group now. He was lost in their last expedition. They were defending the elemental of another town, and well, you have to understand, we all kind of expert, like specialize in something. Stella is a exceptional hand-to-hand, swordsman, fighter, person, thing." Jorah kind of like stumbles over his words because he's just so tired. Ellie's an excellent spellcaster. Vic was amazing at manipulating the wind. And, well, he went to go defend the wind elemental, and I guess we just never saw him after he went into the wind elemental's lair. But something had to work, because we're still here. That town's still there, the defense is still there, and the boon is still there.
She's nodding. And then she's... Gosh, it's the fact that she's like, I have to ask all the hard questions here. She's gonna just
I feel like you're like the RP mom.
I know. Ugh. If it's okay for me to keep asking, why did no one check on him when he,
Jorah kind of like gives like a half smile, and he goes, "It's not that easy. Each one of the elemental chambers requires a key to get in. It's like a physical possession, and usually when you go in, if someone is not strong enough to hold the gate open by themselves with their willpower, it'll only let one person in at a time. None of us had the willpower to keep it open, and none of us found a way to get back in. The key is inside the wind elemental's lair. That's sealed in there because someone tried to take the wind elemental's power for himself, thus, taking down the whole defenses for the town and slaughtering all those people."
She's nodding again. It's being filed away.
A Twitch thing would be like nodders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otters.
Do it.
Nodders.
So then Vic had the key, and because he went into the chamber, nobody else has the key now?
Then Jordan nods. He goes, "Yeah, we're trying to see if we can meet or make some sort of deal with someone or some sort of power to get a key to get in. We're gonna try to have an audience with the storm elemental to see if we can get the wind elemental's key or get another one made."
Okay.
He kind of nods, and he goes, "You remember when Ogath made that deal?
She nods.
That's the
Like,
deal."
way too,
Yeah.
like, absolutely, I do remember that.
He goes, "Between you and I don't really trust Ogath. He's our newest person in the group. We don't know too much about him, but he was the one that was willing to make the sacrifice. Something about the music that he plays allows him to communicate with these extraterrestrial beings, otherworldly beings, and to calm them and soothe them and entertain them. But unfortunately, it looks like our price was paid with Ellie." And Ellie kind of looks down, and the smile fades away from her face.
Interesting.
they kind of like shrug and they're like, "We're sorry. Go ahead."
No, you're good. I was gonna let you know that I have so many notes right now.
Okay. Do you want to try asking any more questions before?
Yes, I have one more.
Okay, go for it.
And I think it's just for me, clarity-wise. She's gonna ask how these elementals and their keys and their chambers sort of how does that how does Ellie now being sort of in with the Fae sort of have to connect with that, I guess. How is Ellie being the price to pay for them to get this key to go find Vic?
Jorah kind of just goes, "Oh, look, kid, she is the key now.
Interesting.
She can open the gates at will. But Ogoth claims that he needs some sort of loot to calm the elemental."
The elemental of wind?
The elemental of storm.
Storm.
As you could tell, each of the elementals have their own type of personality. Storm is not meant to be someone that's that timid.
Right. So it'll take a special loot.
Nodders.
Right? I'm like stroking my invisible beard. I should just go take Shaz's beard to stroke.
Wait a second.
Wait a second.
I sense a disturbance.
I sense a disturbance in my beard.
Absolutely. Oh man. Okay. So she is going to pick up her teacup again and apologies, one last question. She's gonna ask if this is a sort of senior adventurers like thing.
They all look at Stella. Wait, you're saying is this a senior adventurers thing?
Yeah, as in like so this mission to go and calm the storm to get a possible key to save Vic is a senior adventurer mission slash.
They kind of like shrug. They're like, well, this is more personal. Stella kind of answers, this is more personal than anything else. Recovering a team member is not something that the Adventurers Guild kind of wants you to do. Because the world of how the world is, they kind of just say if a person gets lost, they're dead. We don't believe he's dead yet.
Okay. That absolutely hits a chord. She's now invested. She said, if you don't believe that he's dead yet and you want to save him, I want to help.
They nod.
I have no idea how I can help, but I want to because I also still slightly feel the reason of Ellie being the way that she is. Just negative effects, as in like her hair turning purple and going slightly hysteric might be a small cause of mine.
They kind of like look at her and they go, if you really want to help, I guess. Stella kind of looks at Jorah and goes, they could go get the loot for us. Jorah goes, that's crazy. We can't let these junior kids go get the loot. The woods is too dangerous. Stella shrugs and just goes, look, they want to help. We got to let them prove themselves. If they can go get the loot for us, then they can hold their own in the elemental chamber. Jorah just kind of nods and goes, all right, cool. You're in. You want to help us out? Prove to us that you can hold your own and go get that loot.
She nods and says that she will talk with her group.
And with that, these guys get up and they're like, all right, we're going to go to bed. It's been a long morning. And Ellie kind of follows up behind, just very slow. Jorah kind of like waves his hand again, like does like the wave and says, see you later, kid.
She's gonna wave, but also slightly follow behind Ellie, just because she's still concerned. The
RP
concern.
mom, got you.
Yeah, she's Aqua Mom. Nervous anxiety mom.
Okay. And with that, let's move up to the second floor.
Take me there.
Um,
I'm ready to
Alrighty.
ascend.
Feel free to click on the second floor whenever you guys come on up. I almost made a second Addilyn. That's not what we need.
More salt, more salt.
More salt, more salt. Jester just like nods at Momo. Hey kid, how you feeling?
She will laugh, and say that she feels slightly better. Thank you.
Good kid. You know, I know that I know what you're like. I used to be kind of like that too, where I used to be anxious about everything that was going on. I could never hit my arrow straight when I was anxious. So, if you turn everything into a big joke, you just laugh your whole way through it. And he like kicks his head back and he like laughs in a good way. He goes, if you wanted to know, my name was Jester before I made everything into a joke, okay?
She did say that she was wondering that.
He takes out, he goes, you want to know a secret?
Ooh, she said, sure, Jester.
He takes out two of the balls that he has, and he proceeds to juggle.
Oh my goodness. The shock and then the sudden smile, and she said, your secret is safe with me.
He holds his finger up to his lips as the balls drop to the floor. So, okay, with that, why don't you go to bed, kid? I wonder if my wife's coming upstairs now.
Oh man. Oh, she's gonna just go in the room and shut the door.
What looks to be like Stella and Jester wander off into the bedroom together.
Yeah! Yeah! Why?
Oh, God.
Why? I ship it. It's already canon, but I ship it.
Good, I'm glad. We'll do this. Oh, actually, you know what? This should probably be this and this. I don't know. I gotta make sure that everybody has a room. I didn't make the room big enough. I made too many damn NPCs. All right.
Not all of them have to stay here.
Momo walks into the room.
Yeah, she walks into the room and shuts the door and then leans up against it.
Albrecht,
like.
You okay?
Yeah,
Let me guess. You ran into Jester again.
She nods. I did. But I also have a development and a favor that I have to ask of everyone.
Speak. I'm all ears. Do you want us maybe save it for the morning?
Yeah, we can save it until the morning.
Oh, this
Afternoon,
is where you push up
late night.
glasses
This
and
is
go-
morning.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is where you push up the glasses and go, actually.
Let everybody get some rest, and then we'll discuss.
Right.
There's plenty of beds. You're probably wondering where Shazafraz is, and why the window's open,
She says a
and why
pillow
there's
is
a pillow
gone.
in it. Yes, and about that too. To answer all three of those questions, on the roof, I threw the pillow at him. He won't come down.
Alrighty.
But I'm gonna be up for a little bit. But you and Addilyn should get some sleep.
Absolutely. Girl side, girl side, girl side.
Girl side, girl side,
Girl side, girl side.
And with that, Adam, does Albrecht want to do anything, or is he just kind of like hanging out watching guard?
Yeah, well, he's hanging out watching guard, but he sits down on the bed without the pillow. he's got that worn journal that he keeps on his side, and he pulls it out, and he's got like a little kind of like a pen that he like opens it to like kind of near like the not the very back of the book, but like pretty far back in the book. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he just starts writing, and he kind of just like he just starts writing in the journal. He just starts writing in his book.
He has to write his diary.
Yeah.
He has to write his isekai novel.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of writing there. And I mean, are Momo and Addilyn asleep? Do they see me do this or no?
I don't. I mean, I'm guessing Addilyn's asleep, right?
Addilyn's asleep.
And Momo's gonna be out like a light. She swung that mace pretty hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, yeah, you write. You are writing perfectly fine.
Yep. I'm just you know, he's writing in his book. And he kind of like you know, and he's just kind of like sitting there very quietly.